Hi everyone, today we are making bacon pizza cups. I am so excited for this. It's going to be delicious. Join us. I hope you have your ingredients. I will put a list in the comments. Bacon pizza cups. And this is part of our 60 days of Wild Fit cooking. 60 days of Wild Fit cooking. I am a Wild Fit coach in training, and we are doing Wild Fit Spring specifically during these 60 days. That's the time when we're wanting the most variety in our Wild Fit program. Everything on Wild Fit Spring is keto friendly. So keep that in mind. Those of you who are familiar with keto, everything is keto friendly. And that's the reason I talk about the carbs, because a lot of you are familiar with keto. Some of you may not have started your Wild Fit class yet. To sign up for class, go to the website snapbackbodywild.com. There is a coupon, a discount coupon for those who sign up before September 15th. Class starts September 20th, so join us. I weighed after the first 5 days, I lost 5 pounds. I released 5 pounds. This is excellent. My body feels good. My next weigh-in is in 2 days, so that will be day 12 of Wild Fit Spring. I also, not only am I cooking Wild Fit Spring, but for these 60 days, I'm living Wild Fit Spring. So I'm following the Wild Fit Spring portion of the program, and I'm documenting it so that you can see the results that I'm experiencing, in hopes of encouraging you to join so that you too can feel good, look good, think good, be good, do good, have good, enjoy good. So join us. And today, yes, our bacon pizza cups. I wanted to do something with bacon, but I thought, can I get something that doesn't have the 4 grams of carbs that we get with our low carb breads? We do have a delicious bacon pesto open face sandwich, a classic bacon pesto open face sandwich that I made on one of the videos. I'll put a link. It's delicious. However, the bread has 4 grams of carbs, far fewer carbs than traditional bread, which I have no idea. I'm thinking 28 grams a slice. I have no idea. So leave it in the comments for anyone who knows. I've never done keto, so I've never been a carb counter. But I am looking at carbs. So we're going to get started on our bacon pizza cups. I'm really excited. So I decided, I was like, oh, if we use the bacon as our base, as our holder, then that's the 0 carb base I was looking for. And what a great way. Let's do a pizza cup. So let's get started. Okay, so we have our ingredients here, and I just want to share those with you. We have our bacon, and I'm using turkey bacon. I'm new to eating meat. I've been vegetarian, strict vegetarian for years. So I've introduced chicken and turkey, and my body really likes it. The weight is releasing, the healing. So the healing is taking place. So my body likes it. I did try pork bacon, but my body didn't like it. I just felt weighed down, and so it didn't feel right. So I guess my kosher background, I went to Jewish school, is like really is there definitely. So the classic turkey bacon is our base. This is what I'm using. So get your bacon and also your garlic, jalapeno, onion, and I am using a tomato basil sauce. And so getting your ingredients, obviously the jalapeno, you're using the vegetables to taste. So the vegetables that you're enjoying. Some of you might want to add mushrooms to this. That would definitely be a delicious addition to our bacon pizza cups. But the vegetables that you like, make sure you're adding that into this delicious recipe. So we're going to start off, I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in the pan that I'm using. I'm going to bake these, so we'll bake these. You can do them on the stove as well, but I like to bake them so I don't have to spend time watching it, babysitting. And I like to put my olive oil in with a happy face. Feel that happiness spreads into the food, and then a heart. There we go. So a little bit of olive oil. I like the organic, unfiltered, extra virgin. So that is something that's important to me. So I get that. And then next what we'll do is we will start with our bacon slices. We're going to slice these in half and use that for our bacon cups. So we'll slice these in half. And this is our cutting board for the bacon. I like to use a separate cutting board for my one cutting board specifically for turkey and chicken, and one cutting board for all of my fruits and veggies. So I'm going to cut these in half, the turkey slices. I think that that's definitely a good size, and then we'll be able to roll them and it will give a good base. So when you're getting your bacon, looking at the ingredients is key. Most bacon adds sugar, so it's not going to be zero carbs. So you're going to want to definitely look at the ingredients because you're wanting just a meat that was raised well, harvested well, and that was prepared well after the harvesting, meaning no nitrates, no nitrites, those can be cancer-causing agents, and no sugar. And I'm going to do 6. Wow, each of those makes 1. Well, why not? I don't want to make too many, however, because I do have, I guess I can heat some up tomorrow. I have from yesterday, I made the backyard barbecue potato salad. That recipe's in the playlist as well. And so I have some of that left over for today and some of the chicken wings from yesterday. But so this is my hors d'oeuvre. As most of you know, I do a 1 meal a day. So I start with an hors d'oeuvre and then I have my meal. So these are our slices that we have. And next we will add the basil, the tomato basil pasta sauce, and then the tomato basil sauce, and then we'll add our delicious veggies. This is going to be a good one. And this sauce is 6 grams of carbs per serving. So keeping that, and each serving is half a cup, so 6 grams of carbs per serving. So I have 1/4 of a cup, and each half cup is 6 grams of carbs. So I am measuring this out because I want to know that I can eat these freely and not have that large carb count. I'm really concerned. My focus is staying in ketosis. So I've measured out 1/4 of a cup, which has a total of 3 carbs. So I will use this and put it onto the wraps. And it might be a better idea to make these in the pan, but we'll do them here. I think we'll be fine. So I'll spread the pasta sauce on. This is going to turn out really well as far as the carb count per bacon pizza cup because it's coming out to exactly 6 carbs. If you ate all of these, it's a total of 6 carbs. We can do the math. Half would be 3. So you can eat 6 of these if you slice your bacon in half. If you start off with 6 slices of bacon, slice them in half. You can eat 6 of these for 3 carbs, a total of 3 carbs. And that will be a nice filling appetizer. And I do 1 meal a day. I spread it out. So I start with coffee as my breakfast. I do an almond milk latte, which has half a carb. And then I follow that with a green smoothie on most days. I have a green smoothie at some point throughout my days. And then I usually follow that with seaweed chips, which I love. And if you're wanting to get the seaweed chips, I've shown those on a couple of episodes. Definitely, it's not called seaweed chips online when you're doing your online shopping. When you look for seaweed chips, those are actually a form of a kind of a chip, but it's seaweed. and they dry it, it's salted, and it just reminds me of potato chips, and they're 0 carbs. And so there we go. This is a perfect amount. So a total of 6 carbs. I know that the tomato does have natural sugar in it. And so this is a total of 6 carbs, and definitely paying attention to your labels on your sauces. So this is 6 net carbs, but 0 added sugars. And that's what you really want to pay attention to. A lot of these sauces add a lot of sugars. And so we want to make sure that we are staying in ketosis. So, because I'm doing a lot of hacks during this 60 days. I'm doing a lot of hacks to keep myself in ketosis, to ensure that I am continuing to naturally shed the weight. So now I think I will do a bit of garlic. So I'm going to add garlic to this. I'm going to get a garlic clove. I really like garlic, fresh garlic. There's so many healing properties in garlic. So I use that anytime that I can. I always have fresh garlic in my refrigerator. So getting a couple of these. Let's move our pizza slices over. And here's our fresh garlic. And we'll slice this. And this is a quick snack. I'm actually working right now. I decided to take an hour break. So the total preparation for this will be 10 minutes. And then the cook time, I like to cook mine more slowly and longer. So the cook time will be 30 to 40 minutes, just depending on the altitude where your oven is. Look at these delicious organic garlic cloves, just beautiful. Look at that. Okay. So I'll slice these, and then be sure to take off any pieces that might have a little browning in them. You want to make sure when you're getting your veggies that you're getting the nice healthy pieces, putting good healthy items into your body. And then I'm just going to slice these nicely. Garlic has so many healing properties, and to release the healing properties, you either have to smash the garlic or cook it. If you overcook garlic, it actually turns brown and it gets bitter. So you really want to watch your garlic when you're doing a little saute with that. Okay, so we'll start off spreading the garlic onto that. Delicious. All right. So back to our soon-to-be pizza pockets, pizza cups, yum. And just putting a little bit of fresh garlic on each. That seems like it would be delicious, like just baking it, which is what we're going to do. I will add a little bit of pepper, a hint of salt, not too much, because a lot of these sauces already have added salt. When they don't have salt, they're usually adding a lot of sugar. So definitely keeping that in mind. But I'm okay with the salt, because what I'm looking for is the ease of making this. And I love making a homemade sauce, but this is a weekday. I am working today, and so I want to make sure that I have healthy foods and that I have time. When I'm making a nice Italian sauce, I'm usually watching that for a few hours. I mean, it's a process. It's an experience. And so right now, today, my experience is with my work, which I love what I do. And so that I can continue my focus on working and maintaining my alignment with healthful, fresh eating products. That's why the sauce has already been prepared. Options. Okay, and I will put a little bit of fresh onion and fresh jalapeno as well. Those are just beautiful. Would you look at those? Not too much onion, not too much jalapeno, but just enough. And again, what we're looking for is variety. I was so satiated with what I made yesterday, the backyard barbecue potato salad and chicken wings, that I was really surprised at how few carbs. I think it was like 3.5 carbs a serving. I was just, but what happens is you really need the variety. And that's where these videos come in. 60 days of WILDFIT cooking. And my focus on the weekdays are meals that you can make while you're working, meals that you can prepare. A lot of you will take a couple of 15-minute breaks at work, so you can prepare it during the 15-minute breaks and then allow it to cook. And then you'll have your delicious meal when your lunch comes. So those are our onions that I've just sliced. And then I'm going to just get a couple of slices of the jalapeno because I like spice. And this is an option as well. And the pepper, that will add a slight amount of carbs, but on WILDFIT, we're not counting carbs. When the program starts and we get into WILDFIT Spring, you'll notice some of these ingredients naturally falling off. But what we're doing now in this first week, the first couple of weeks, is just showing you how, with a few changes, so our pizza cups, the base being bacon versus a bread, and how much that reduces our carb count. So I'll add the fresh jalapeno first. This is smelling delicious and it hasn't even hit the oven yet. Fresh jalapeno. Don't want to add too much because I want to make sure that this is a pizza cup, not a jalapeno cup. And then I'll put a couple more slices of the jalapeno. But it's definitely something that is a balance of honoring your commitments to your job, your career, your business, while honoring your commitments to yourself, to staying healthy. I was just reading an email offering a bonus if people worked 2 to 3 hours of overtime a day for the next 2 months. And I thought, wow, what you're saying, for me, that's saying don't exercise and don't make healthy foods for the next 2 months. Eat out and don't exercise. And it just really didn't seem like something that's in alignment with me now. Now I work almost every day. I work a little bit of overtime, but it's because I'm in the flow. I'm talking to a client, there's work that needs to be done, but to commit to that in advance, that doesn't even feel good. That's a completely different thing. I mean, a lot of days I'll look and it's 2 hours over that I've done, and I'm fine with that because I work until I get it done. My goal has been to reduce that so that I can really enjoy that after work space. So putting the onions on. But you really want to think about that, making sure your life is whole and complete. And in order for me to be the best version of myself when I'm talking to my clients, it's important that I add that time after work where I am having a really nice walk on the boardwalk. One of my houses is on Miami Beach. That's where I am now. And I go for about an hour and a half walk in the evenings. And it's such a beautiful walk. I really enjoy it. And that's because I cut that time off of working. Okay, and so now I'm going to add a hint of salt and definitely some black pepper. The salt really enhances the flavors, and so it's really a hack for adding flavor to your foods. I know that some people feel they just like the salty taste, but it does enhance the flavor, and it's something I discovered even more clearly when I was living in Spain. And when I first got there, I didn't have salt, and I would go when I finally found the grocery store and was so excited I forgot to buy salt. So I was making my meal at home with everything fresh and had no salt. So these are our beautiful bacon cups, bacon pizza cups. And now what I'm going to do is put them onto the pan. And you can use a muffin pan if you would like to as well, but I just want to kind of experiment with a few different shapes with this. I want to roll a couple, I want to have a couple out a little more flat, but make sure you can see that. And then as I add them in, I will start to naturally lift and roll so that they're making a nice cup. They're really kind of leaning on one another. But these, I already know, are going to be absolutely delicious. If you eat 6 of these, and again, what we did was we took 6 pieces of bacon and cut them in half. So 6 of these, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is 3 carbs. So keeping that in mind, and this for me is my appetizer. So I have 1 meal a day. I spread that over the course of 8 hours. And I learned that from a friend who naturally did that. And she never mentioned that she was purposely doing it, but I would watch her bring a lunch with her every day, and she would eat it over the course of 12 hours. And we worked together, and we worked 12 hours generally. And I would just watch her every single day. I think we worked together for a year, and I never said anything, but I guess what I was doing was kind of implanting that and integrating that. And there was a time when I ate 3 meals a day, and then it went to 2 and then 1. But when I do 1 meal a day, I don't sit down at once and eat everything. It's just too much. It's a spreading it out. So these are bacon pizza cups. And I'm going to put a little bit of seasoning on the outside as well. That gives it a nice surprise of flavor on the outside. Especially with the healthier bacons that don't really use a lot of the salt. You get to use your own. I always get a natural sea salt or Himalayan. So this is our delicious bacon pizza cups. I am going to bake these at 350 degrees for 35 minutes. Whew, and we will enjoy the deliciousness. And these are our delicious bacon pizza cups. I baked them for 30 minutes on 250 degrees. Then I took the lid off and then turned the temperature up to 425 for 10 minutes to give it a nice browning on the top. And don't these look delicious? So I'm going to put a couple of these onto a plate. And again, the carb count, for those of you who are counting carbs, the carb count for this delicious appetizer is 6 grams of carbs for all of them. So if you just have half of them, which is 6, then 3 carbs. So it's a wonderful, healthy option. Oh my. So this was a very easy, as you've just seen, hors d'oeuvre to make, and it can really add variety and comfort to your healthy WildFit Spring living. And this is a WildFit Spring friendly meal. Again, after a couple of weeks, we will remove a couple of these items, but this is 100% keto friendly for those of you who have not yet started your WildFit class. To enroll in your WildFit class, go to the website snapbackbodywild.com. There's a lot of information under the About tab. Click on the PDF file and to enroll. You can enroll there as well on that website. For more information, we are having a masterclass on September the 11th, and we will talk all about WildFit and answer any questions and get you enrolled when you're ready. So that way you are there and ready for class, which starts September the 1st. I am so excited to try these. Let's see. It's a little hot. I'm looking for one that's a little bit cooler. My mom tells me I am a princess. Like things feel hot to me. Everyone else. I was at dinner the other day and a lady asked me to pass her something. It was so hot when she passed it to me. It's like, oh my, it's like, doesn't this burn your hand? I couldn't even touch it. She's like, no, it's fine. So let's see. This one seems fine. Actually, I'm not gonna test that because the sauce is gonna be hot in the center. We'll give it a minute to cool. So this has definitely had a couple of minutes to cool down, which was necessary. And I am going to taste these. I'm really excited. This is our pizza. Yummy. Our bacon pocket pizza. Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm. This is delicious. I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting it to be this good. This tastes like pizza. There's no cheese on here or no bread, which in my thought you had to have in order to have pizza, because the pizza, when you go to the pizza shops, you tend to change the toppings, but keeping the cheese and the bread. But this tastes like pizza. Actually, it's better. This is a hack. WildFit Spring, join us for class. Again, I lost 5 pounds in 5 days. I'm doing WildFit Spring. I am doing 60 days of WildFit Spring. I'm documenting what happens to the body when you follow this program and what happens to the mind. I feel good. I feel excellent. I get up, I wake up in the mornings. I feel excellent. I'm amazing at what I'm doing. I'm able to tackle everything that I want to, all while enjoying what I'm eating. I'm not hungry at all. There's nothing that I want that I'm not eating. When I'm ready to eat, I eat. When I'm ready to eat, it's in the mornings at about usually 11 or so, but that's time for me to eat. I'm never ready to eat at 9 at night. I'm never hungry at 9. I'm never hungry when I'm getting ready to go to bed. This is like no other health program I have ever found. And I'm a year after I did the program. I released 40 pounds the first year, and any other diet plan I've ever done, after the first year, I would have been talking to you about how much I had gained and saying, oh, I'm going to do it again. And this time I'm going to be really good. This is like, you lose, you maintain, you lose weight, you maintain, you lose weight, you maintain. And the different seasons kind of decide whether you're going to maintain or lose weight. This is a way of life. It is a health transformation. I have done it. I am doing it. Join me. All of what I healed in my body was the most magnificent thing that happened to me. My blood pressure, my sugar levels, my triglycerides, cholesterol, these numbers are important to be healthy without medication. If you're on medication and your cholesterol is normal, it's not normal. It's high. You're on medication. My numbers went from high to normal without medication on WildFit, and they're still there. This is a year later. Join me, come and see what all the hype is about. WildFit is spreading through the world like wildfire. Be a part of this. This is a train you want to jump on. I will see you in class on September the 20th. See you on the next one. Enjoy.